The pants.
Okay.
She gave me options. She wanted gray pants because but I went with the maroon pants.
What is that?
I actually know the answer to this, but I don't feel comfortable stating it.
Maroon pants. You want a maroon pants? I wanted maroon pants because they go together better.
I don't want to know about the gray anymore. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. No gray pants for you today, Brad?
No, I dressed myself. Usual for Brad Nortman. How often does baby girl get the clearance to dress you, Kyle?
Not too often.
Yeah, she's got to have.
We're going down a road where I don't want to go down.
No,
with
maybe
Kyle
a couple times a
getting
month.
dressed.
No,
Couple times a month.
Yeah, I let her do it, and a lot of times I do veto it sometimes.
Gray pants are popular, Ben. That's all there is to it.
And so, yeah. But if I'm running like today, I was running behind. I didn't have time to be searching, so I said, "You go ahead and do it."
Good job, baby girl.
Yeah, she did a good job with the sweater.
Yeah.
So yeah.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. This is more. You can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, and listen on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. Now, Kyle, you had your lady pick out the clothes for you because you were a little tired. You got a little sleepy.
I was a little
sleepy.
tired.
You were in Vegas.
Indeed, I
For
was.
a bachelor party.
Sin City, baby.
And very proud of that, huh?
Yeah, you said that with a little
Very
bit of
proud.
gusto
I was
right
in the
there.
Sin City, so I was sinning. I went to the
no.
movie Sinners with my parents.
Yeah.
A lot of trends with you right now, bud.
I'm a guy.
You went with $3 cash.
I did.
How many dollars did you return with?
Well, fellas, let me tell you this. I returned with none, but this is why. Your boy lost his wallet the last day. Now,
No way.
I knew where it was. I had a feeling where it was. Some
It's
people,
huge.
It is huge. That's what I'm saying. I literally looked in the photo. I said, I could see my wallet in this photo, so I had it at this moment. I knew I had it in the car. I left it in the back seat, but I wasn't panicked about losing my wallet. I was more concerned about my ID that's about to expire and some of my credit card. I wasn't concerned. It's more the sentimental fact that I want my wallet than I was the money in it because I only had $3 to come on a trip. And so, I wasn't really concerned about losing no money. So I'm like, it's not the worst thing. So yeah, did I spend $3? I did. It wasn't on women. It wasn't on tipping waitress or anything like that. It wasn't on the street entertainers that we had. It was on the guy on an expensive event that I went to. Not event, but they have the wheel, the Ferris wheel, but the big Ferris wheel there in Vegas. Yeah. And so my friend who was the bachelor, he wanted to go on the Ferris wheel, but he decided he wanted
Wait, what?
to see the city.
The bachelor party wanted to go to the Ferris wheel in Vegas?
You spent your $3 on tipping the Ferris wheel operator?
Well, that because the problem we had is that this is what I learned, fellas. Bachelor parties are overrated, okay? Because I talk a big game, like, man, I ain't spending
A Ferris wheel?
Hear me out.
Carnival ride.
It's a big one. I think one of the biggest in the world,
You could
man.
have given me 98 guesses on what you spent
Never
the
had
$3
Ferris
on.
Well, because
The guy started Strophe. He was in the, I was in the Sin City.
Yeah.
Riding the Ferris wheel, catching the view.
I was, and so we have an option. Do we want to do this Ferris wheel views for $38 and bring your own drink? And I'm like, that's the one. Or he asked the bachelor, do you want to get the $69.99 one where you have all you can drink for 30 minutes? And I said to myself, well, 30
All
minutes?
you can drink in 30 minutes.
I'm 35 years old. How many drinks I'm going to have in 30 minutes?
Two.
Max. And so I'm sitting there like, I want the $70 one. He a little tipsy. This is bachelor party. He looked, y'all want to do all you can drink, right? And I thought to myself, I looked him in the eye and I said, I just want to say no. But when you're a bachelor, you can't tell the bachelor no. It's like a bridezilla. You can't tell him no. I want to tell him no 10 times this trip. And so I finally got.
So you cracked?
I had no choice. I cracked early because I had to keep him away from the damn bottle girls at the party because she was.
I told you guys on Friday. I said Kyle spent all this money on the bottle, and then the boys, not Kyle, because you said if some girl came over, you'd be like, "Get your dirty hands out!" I was like, "There's gonna be other girls that are coming for the bachelor, and he's gonna get all ooh."
The first day he was all googly eyed looking at her talking about. He was like, well, because we said we want this bottle. And he was like, well, I don't know. Which one should I get? I kind of want the Reposado. She said, oh, the Don Julio Reposado, that's the one you get. That's the one that costs $200 more in the bottle. I said, and then she said, oh, you guys need water. I said, no, we don't. $10 a bottle? No, we don't. She said, it's hot.
We'll drink the pool.
She said, it's hot. I got 6 waters for you. And then they said, well, what do you want to chase with? And he was like, well, what y'all got? She said, well, we have, pineapple, cranberry. He said, lemonade. She said, well, we do have our premium lemonade. I'm like, what's your premium? $50. I said, no, man, we good. We good. Move away.
So you...
I shooed her away. I drew the line in the sand. Not for no $50
Dude, you're a
fruit
bachelor
punch.
party
But
ruiner.
is there no group vote? Is it whatever the bachelor wants to do? There should be a group vote.
It was whatever the bachelor wanted to do. That's why I found myself at Treasure thinking I was going to a real good steakhouse to get a little, get a little chicken thighs with some real thighs, and I found out that you get neither.
With some real
You got
thighs.
neither. The food was gross, and then
Wait. The place that you.
I thought it was among the best
Time
steakhouses
out.
in the
Kyle
city.
Preston Dortmund with Kyle back from Vegas. All I've heard about for weeks is the steakhouse.
Treasures.
When I say there was no treasure in that damn strip club, I'm telling you this right now. I learned very early. So we went in there, and I learned. This is when I knew we got duped. I walked in there, and they said, "Hey, welcome." And I said, I'm here to go to the restaurant. This is a restaurant. I said, yeah. They said, oh, okay, yeah. I said, you go to the restaurant, you get the club free. They said, yeah. So we walk in there, not a soul in there. Not a soul.
What time?
in
What time?
there. This was at it was about 8:30.
Oh, my
8:30, 8:45. Not a soul inside of that place. I'm like, oh, okay.
Was there 2 distinct locations, a restaurant side and the other side?
The restaurant was ducked. It was to the left, but it's like they want you to go to the gentleman's club. And so we walk in there, and here come the madam, the old woman who's serving us food. Only one bill, so I had to pay for the bill, and they supposed to be sending me my money. Still haven't been sent my money when I paid up front. So yeah, it's gonna be some problems. But yeah, let me tell you.
Dude, did you have fun?
I had a great time.
No, you can complain.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
I had a great time, and I'm glad.
I love my
You
friends.
started with
but
bachelor parties are overrated.
Bachelor parties are overrated. I'll tell him
But I
this
had
to
a
his
great
face.
time.
All you do is do what the bachelor wants to do. And now that we're in our 30s, because we're all handsome looking men, so we had time to make decisions in lives. You know what I'm saying? We had to, we didn't have to pick the first one we found. And so now we got money. He know we got a little bit of money,
Cool.
and so he was okay with us spending. I had a budget of $250 that I was going to spend at the part.
Well, you're
pool
the
party.
idiot who thought that was an acceptable budget.
Wait. $250 at one pool party?
And then I'm okay
with that.
I only wanted to spend all together. I'm thinking, okay, like maybe $300, $350 all together.
That's way too low.
Everywhere you want to eat somewhere expensive. But the strip club, the gentleman's club, it got me. It was $44 for some chicken marsala. It didn't taste good. Everybody's like, this food is gross. And then we went to the club. We went to the
Kyle,
club.
you went to
The gentleman's club to eat.
And then it was
It's a
nasty.
charade.
And so by
told
that
you
time,
this last week.
We literally tried.
It was a charade.
It was the fourth thing down on the website was the steakhouse /restaurant.
it was a charade.
He kept saying, "Oh, well, we're going to this really fancy dinner."
That's what I
the
was told.
And it's called
steakhouse.
Treasure.
There was no one in there but us. I told the bachelor, I said, we rented it out for you, bro. We rented it out for you. And then we went to the club, and I sat my legs cross-legged so nobody could try to do nothing. I just sat like this with my legs crossed. But back to the $3, though. I didn't lose it at the
we
gentleman's
still never got
club.
to that.
We went on the little circle thing because he wanted to do
Ferris
all you
wheel.
can drink. Ferris wheel, thank you. He wanted all you can drink. So I said, okay, whatever. Like, everybody was kind of reluctantly said, yeah, but we did all you can drink. And so we get up there, and I feel so bad because, like, somebody gives you a drink, like, you got to give them some type of tip. And so I got 3 drinks, and he got my $3. So the Ferris wheel, he was so funny. He did a good job.
$1 per drink.
$1 per drink, yes.
But how much was each drink?
Oh, no, it was all. I guess like $12 per
I'm
drink.
impressed with 3 drinks in 30 minutes. It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Well, technically, I left out the Ferris wheel with 2 cups in my hand because I was like, dog, I
I'm
can't.
taking this to go. Do you have a good to go cup?
Hell yeah! I was like, I can't. Listen, I'm not finna chug this. So yeah, the $3
I am
went to a.
so glad that Kyle did not get invited to my bachelor party.
Literally, of all the places for the $3 to go,
No lie.
Here's the thing, though.
Wait.
the Ferris
I
wheel
would've-
bartender.
I know, right? I would have told you. I swear to you, because you told me and Strofe, you said we'll see if people cancel and all that, and I was like, okay, it's my birthday weekend. I was like, probably won't go. If I would have said yes to going, I would have canceled on you. I would have canceled on you. There's no way I can survive another bachelor party. 2 in 3 weeks? Hell no. I spent way over the budget.
Man, come on now. So it's not about the love. It's about
You
money.
have rich friends, okay? I got broke friends that try to do a little something. You have friends with money.
Lean into those people.
Yeah,
you know?
okay, yeah. Well, I would have been like, Frank, you got me.
I'm with Frank.
I'm with Frank.
Hey, at the bar, you get the tab. It's Kaminsky. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Kyle Kaminsky.
Here's the thing.
Kyle Kaminsky.
That's a strong name, first off. Ben's going to be insufferable during his bachelor party, right?
Oh, he's going to be the
yeah.
one.
He's
Whatever
you
he
talk
says
about
will go.
Bridezilla. This man's going to be on one that
Not
weekend.
really.
No,
You can't
once
say
you
that
get there,
now.
You're gonna
But
be,
like,
You can't say that right now. It hasn't happened yet.
no, I can say that right now. You're actually, it's opposite. I can say that right now, but once we get there, we'll see how that changes.
You're going to want the best food. You're going to want people to pay for your stuff, too.
No.
it's one of the rare weekends where anything he says go.
I was the first person to send money to the person who booked everything.
Wait.
Yeah, we're not talking about financially, but just like
You pay for your Airbnb?
Yeah, am I not supposed to?
Oh. The groom didn't pay for his room.
Oh, I paid for mine.
Wait, what?
Hey, back when?
Oh, I might.
Hey, Frank, send me that Venmo back.
No, you're not supposed to pay for the room. It's your bachelor party.
But Ben will have the spotlight on him over that weekend. I know
I'm
you're
already
going to
being
embrace
less
it.
bridezilla than you thought.
You're going to embrace it, Ben. I know you're gonna love it, and you're going to just yuck it up during that moment.
I'm just excited to get people together. Like, that's the thing, is you guys seemed like you were on an adventure all around Vegas. You
We
did a
had it.
Ferris wheel. You're going to Treasure Island.
It was expensive. It was fun. But it was expensive.
We're at a house. There's a pool. And from my eyes open to leaving the house, I'm going to be in the pool. It's going to be amazing.
Okay, that's nice.
What was the most egregiously priced thing? Like, remember how you got upset over a $5 candy bar in the airport? What would you look at where you're like, I know Vegas is expensive, but that is criminal?
Oh, boy. I mean, I expected the food to be expensive. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like the $10 bottle of water, I didn't. That was the reason why.
Was it just like a plastic?
It was
like,
a regular. It was like
Ice
16
Mountain?
fluid. Honestly,
Regular water.
To be 100% real, I'll show y'all a picture of the bottle girl because we got the picture with her with the sign.
Because, of course, that's the reason why he came. Was the picture with the sign.
Well,
hey.
Yeah, basically.
Look how he flexing.
I'm going to be honest because she came up to me because she thought I was a sucker, but I'm not. She came up to the wrong one.
You do look like a sucker.
She came up to the wrong one and she said to me, hey, here's the bill. I said, oh, thank you. She said, also, gratuity is included, but that gets dispersed out to everybody. The guy, the people at the check-in desk, the guy that walked you here, me and my friend that helped you. But what I did for you, I brought a calculator and I calculated the bill for you and how much it would be for, a 20% tip just for us. I looked at her. I looked at the calculator. I looked at the bill.
You had a calculator in front of her?
She gave me the calculator with the $196. And I said, okay. And so I scribbled. I took the first receipt and I was scribbling on it. I couldn't read. It wasn't legible because I was scribbling. I was shaking because there was a lot of pressure. And then I took a deep breath. I took a deep breath and I looked at her. I looked around at my friends and I said, yeah, I can't do this. And so I took the first one, I put it in my pocket, and then I put a 0, and I said, you going to have to talk. I didn't tell her. In my head, I said, she going to have to talk to the other people about getting more of that 20%, but I can't give you $196 extra.
She went to the wrong
wrong one, because I'm telling you this right now. Had somebody else sign that and said, yeah, it was an extra $196 on top of what we already tipped, I said, hell, that's a personal decision. She didn't get me.
Now I'm just glad he didn't come because I don't want to be penny pinching with you all weekend.
I don't think I penny pinched, but it was a good time, fellas. Overall, Ben, your bachelor party is going to be overrated. Everybody's going to leave saying, boy,
wow,
I could have saved my money. I could have did this in Milwaukee.
Okay, don't take your own mental money stresses out on this bachelor party and this bachelor.
I'm just being honest. The bachelor party in your mid-30s, there's nothing you can do. You go to a club, you're 35 years old.
I don't have people who are penny pinching like you.
What you going to do at a club? Right?
Are you going to a club?
A bar?
What's a club?
A club has like...
I'm not a booms
like couches.
guy.
I believe there's couches at clubs, not at bars.
There typically, yes, sections.
Wherever we go,
floor?
they already picked it out. Frank picked it out. I'm just going.
I'm just telling you this right now, though. Like, when you go, because, like, all of us are taken men. Only Johnny, the white boy Johnny. He was the only one that him and
The white boy Johnny.
White boy Johnny. Shout out to white boy Johnny, boy. He was a target for everybody. Everybody was targeting.
What do you mean by that?
On the streets, they try to make money doing different things, and he was a target.
Different things.
Yeah, and he was a target. He went every corner he went to. There was somebody trying to shake his pockets down. I'll just leave it at that.
Poor Johnny.
We saved Johnny quite a bit. He only lost $50 in this, but overall,
how did he lose $50?
$50.
Because somebody spanked him with a paddle and took a photo.
And charged him $50.
$50 for the photo.
Somebody would need to pay me to spank me with a paddle.
Not in Vegas.
Was it a hard spank or was it a tap?
Okay. All right, Brad. Take it easy, dude.
I wonder if
Brad.
it was on the street.
No,
so how bad could it be?
Brad.
Was it
Stop
like a? Was it batter up?
No, it was.
a love tap.
It was a love tap. It was a love tap.
Was it batter up?
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Were you hoping he got spanked hard?
I'm just wondering what $50 gets you on the streets of Vegas.
$50.
Are you getting bruised?
$50 in the picture. But the main thing is this: is when you're in your 30s, for you, and one day I'll get married. This is what I realize is that there's no fun. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to the club.
I'm done with negative Kyle.
What do you mean?
It was fun while it lasted.
You can't talk to anybody. You just say, "Hey, I literally was at the pool party." All I said,
hang with the boys, man.
Some young fresh graduate was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing good. I'm Kyle. What's your name?" I forgot her name. Like, cool. I was like, "Oh, great. Yeah. Oh, you're here for graduation. Congratulations. What are you going to school for?" "Oh, fantastic. That's great. Congratulations. You going to work?"
It's
okay,
like you're
cool.
talking to like a family friend.
What else I'm gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I was like, okay.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's very good. It's very fun here. Yeah.
What was your GPA? What are your interests?
You get job right out of college. Yep.
Wow,
That's a good
congratulations.
thing.
Oh, by the
Wow.
way, that
Reputable
is a
company.
tough conversation because you have nothing in common.
Have nothing in
No, yeah.
common with
Nothing
this
in
20
common.
with a Gen Z girl grad.
Yeah, exactly. 10 years ago, it's a whole different Kyle. I'm thirsty. At this time, I don't need nothing to drink. I'm highly hydrated. So I'm just like, okay, that is nice. Very good.
Couldn't have another sip.
Very
Full.
good. So, yeah, I am full.
Speaking of sips, Brad, I think you know what the people wanted at the bachelor party, but they can have it anytime they're here.
Well, that's right. And talking to Kyle, I believe that it was brought right along the way. They found a way to bring it to Vegas with them, and that is carbless. I was enjoying a carbless this weekend. The weather was too nice not to cheers to a flawless summer, because that's what carbless is. You guys know this already, but the unbelievable guilt-free experience that is carbless of no carbs, no sugar, no gluten, 100 calories per can. And man, every time I take a sip, I'm reminded how much carbless nails the perfect level of carbonation. Less than to make you have your stomach upset, but it's just enough for it to be an enjoyable, refreshing sip. And with the new flavors this summer, of watermelon, blood orange, grapefruit, and raspberry in the Tropical Bliss variety pack, and the new watermelon 4-pack and mango 4-pack. I got it all this weekend, and I enjoyed every single sip. If you want to elevate your summer, then you gotta accompany it with a carbless. And when you're at the grocery store picking it up, make sure you scan that QR code. You're gonna have the opportunity to be possibly selected for a carbless summer suite giveaway, where you have a full suite complimentary of carbless at a Brewers game this summer. So make sure you scan that QR code and enroll to be able to potentially win that summer giveaway. It's just another way that carbless is proving that less is more with carbless.
Jair Alexander, resolution on the way? Feels positive to me. We'll tell you more next.
This is Kyle Broston Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again. What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
No one should face MS alone. The National MS Society is here so that no one has to. There are nearly 1 million people in the United States with MS, with more than 20,000 of those living right here in Wisconsin. The National MS Society makes sure everyone has what they need to take back control from MS. We embrace and are committed to bringing our entire MS community together, representative of all the various dimensions of diversity. The National MS Society is here for every person with MS. We always will be, until we find a cure. To learn more, to donate, or offer your support, head to nationalmssociety.org.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls. Right now, get 50% off your windows, plus no interest and no payments for 12 months and a free entry door with your window purchase. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat. Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and Father's Day is Sunday, June 15th. Get Dad something he can really enjoy. Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles. Order at Kringle.com and send Dad his favorite flavor, like their bourbon pecan. That's my favorite. To complete the gift, you can add a bag of gourmet coffee to your order, and you will be Dad's favorite child. Go to Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH and have it shipped right to Dad. Kringle.com or 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
The Bud Pavilion's free concert series Wednesday Night Live takes over State Fair Park this Wednesday with Rebel Grace. Gates open Wednesday night at 6. Live music starts at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. Enjoy Rebel Grace this Wednesday at the Bud Pavilion.
Nestled along the shores of Lake Michigan, the Knickerbocker Hotel offers a timeless escape in the heart of Milwaukee. Immerse yourself in the rich history of this iconic landmark where charm meets modern luxury. Picture yourself enjoying breathtaking lake views, luxurious rooms, and dining at one of the finest restaurants in the city. Whether you're visiting for a weekend getaway or a special occasion, the Knickerbocker promises an unforgettable experience. Your perfect stay awaits at the Knickerbocker Hotel. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockerontheLake.com.
This is Kevin Van Rossum, president of Three Tree Marketing. If your company is struggling to create a buzz or just looking for a new way to stand out, our team is here to help point you in the right direction. We'll assist you in building your brand and prove we truly know what works. Experts at Three Tree can build a one-of-a-kind gifting experience that can set your brand apart and show how much you value your customers as well as your employees. At Three Tree Marketing, we chase partners, not orders. Visit threetreemarketing.com to learn more about what we can do for you.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me.
Per The Athletic, the Packers have offered Jair Alexander a restructured contract, but there is no resolution just yet. The two-time All-Pro plans to report to Lambeau Field for a mandatory minicamp, even without one.
Oh.
Now, that adds a little twist to this because I think at this point we're all for, I can't speak for the group, but I would be for this 180 that's turned into a 360 that's turned into a 540 of Jair wanting to come back to be a Green Bay Packer.
It would be huge. It'd be huge for this defense. I mean, you go from a defense that was already top 10 in critical categories last year. You keep Jair and you add Hobbs. I mean, this team is going to be an improved Cooper. Huge for this team.
And so I guess when I look at this and when I think about Jair, like he's done a really good job of what was like, you could think back. I mean, I know people have elephant memories when it comes to the Green Bay Packers. He just kind of messed up the coin flip like 2 years ago. He was hurt last year. There was just a report out that was from the Packers training staff and other Packers that said that they were upset with the way that he wouldn't play through injury and this and that.
Yeah,
like,
he had a PCL. That's okay.
No, I'm just saying the narrative was very anti-Jair.
Yeah, they put it out there.
And the fact that he is now likely to show up for mandatory minicamp, even if there's not a deal, is something that I didn't see coming and puts him in a really good position and be like, hey, like I'm showing up. A lot of people Packer fans are going to remember a lot of the past. But how much truth is it just because the Packers put it out because they wanted to move on from him and didn't like his contract?
Well, a lot of things in life is who's winning the PR battle. In Jair, if you were to take pulse of it now, Jair is winning the PR battle. I mean, nothing endures fans to players like guys that just want to go play. And whether it be a stunt, whether it's just he's saying he's going to come back, or if he just truly in his heart wants to be back in Green Bay, wants to be on the practice field, and wants to get this going, he's winning the PR battle, and he is endearing himself to fans, trying to put all the things that you just talked about behind him to say, listen, I want to be a Packer. I want to play. I want to find reconciliation. And now it's on Goody and the Packers to not lowball him like they do so often. So for me, I think it's progressing. It's moving in the right direction. I would love Jair on this Packer team. I think it would be huge for them. And right now, if it's like a political poll like back in November, he's pretty high in the charts.
Approval rating.
Yeah, approval rating will be up. But for me, when I look at this, releasing Jair Alexander and the Green Bay Packers doing all this would be completely idiotic. Like all the back and forth. Hearing now that Jair Alexander looks like he's made it known. He went to the virtual off-season program, so he was virtually there. And it seems like he's making it known that he wants to remain a Green Bay Packer. So with all that being said, for me, I don't know what the Green Bay Packers are doing. Don't lowball this man whatsoever. You got to be realistic about your roster. When you look at your roster, there are as many holes today as what there were 3 months ago. But if you get rid of Jair Alexander, you still have a gaping hole on your defense in addition to that defensive line that right now we have not seen any consistency from them. So when I look at this situation, if Jair said he wants to come back and Jair has accepted the fact that he's going to have to restructure his contract, do not lowball him. Let's stop acting if you can go sign somebody that's going to be as talented as Jair Alexander. That is just not the case. Nate Hobbs may end up being good. I doubt he'll be as great as Jair playing at his best. So when I look at this, the Packers have an opportunity to work in faith, restructure the contract, have him earn his money back, and make him get what you wanted from him, which is him to be healthy and him play more games. If he plays more games, then he gets paid more money, and then everybody's happy. So at the end of the day, the Packers need to stop playing. You were planning on spending this money anyways. Now you have an opportunity and an opening to potentially make him earn some of that money back. So stop playing these games, and let's aim to win championships. So it's in the best interest of this football team to bring Jair Alexander back.
And Jair will be motivated to not only play well, but be available because, guys, he's only 28 years old. I mean, he still has another potential contract in front of him.
Yeah.
He wants to put this image of somebody that's not all in on the team, that's a distraction, or unreliable when it comes to availability.
I think that latter portion is the most important part right now. I mean, if he's going to try and get a contract, I mean, he hasn't played over 50% of the snaps the last 3 years.
And he wants to put that behind him. So he will be motivated to play well, but like you said, more importantly, to be able to be available, because maybe he earns another deal with the Packers. Maybe he plays this year. Maybe the Packers still let him go next year, and he's able to sign a bigger deal. He will be motivated to play. So if the Packers can harness that and make it make sense financially, it's win-win for both. I don't know what would take much longer than we're getting at right now.
Well, especially because if you are able to bring Jair back, and this is a one-year thing, and you obviously move on, and then he goes to free agency because Goody, at this point, he'd be 29 and then not getting his contract because he's going to be turning 30. It's just not how the Packers do business. Not to say that they can't, but based off the formula that we have, it's not likely that he's going to be around if he is around one more year. But if he is, you just brought in Hobbs. You still have a young Carrington Valentine, and Keyshawn Nixon wants to be something that he's not, which is cornerback one.
Which his coach did not say he was cornerback one as well. His defensive back coach also did not say he's cornerback one. That speaks volumes for what he is. He's good. He ain't great.
My point is it gives them more time to develop what they do have while having a star, if available, when available, on a restructured deal. I hope it happens. I think most people hope it happens.
Why would you not hope for him to be back?
They feel like it goes
I've seen a couple distraction texts.
Stop it.
But like it's about talent right now, guys.
Yeah.
You don't want to be 9-8 or 11-6, trying to fight for a wild card spot. You need talent. You just need talent.
You need all-pro level guys as many places you can find it. No doubt he is an all-pro guy. So the position group would go from being average to good to great with Jair Alexander.
And when you talk about whether or not he's a distraction, listen, Jair has had his moments, right? If you are inside a classroom, there's kids sometimes that have so much potential, but you got to kind of make sure they keep their head on straight. If he was such a distraction, then we wouldn't hear guys talking about how good he is.
What are you talking about?
Or anytime people got asked about the Jair situation, everybody said positive things about him. Jordan Love said positive things about him. Your star safety, your best defensive football player in Xavier McKinney, he's a big fan of Jair Alexander. They were working out. And so obviously, yes, he might have had some of his moments. But at the end of the day, I can't say he's a bad teammate because his teammates seem to like him. His teammates seem to take to him. So yes, you take some of the ups and downs with his emotions when you know he's a likable guy. He contributes to the team when he is healthy or not healthy. He's not bringing the mood of the roster down. He's not causing things to fester inside that locker room where guys like, get rid of this guy. So at the end of the day, yes, he's had his moments, but I'm not going to call him a bad distraction that could take this team away from winning football games.
And let's be clear, he'd be gone if there was a trade partner. There just isn't. There's no value for it. So right now, just restructure him, get the best of what you can get out of him because he will have motivation, as Brad said, to have a good year. If he wants to continue to play and make a lot more money, he has a chance to prove that in this coming year. And why not prove it with a team that is trying to build off an 11-win season in a tough division? But if you want to build something, I got the place for you. IKEA, great home furnishing solutions for every stage of your life. Whether you're starting out, whether you're remodeling a home, whether it's a first home, they literally have it all for you. And the IKEA family membership is awesome. Free to join. You get access to those special sales and savings, early insight on sales, and access to free workshops. 90-day price protection, access to buyback and resell. The resale program is awesome because things are already made, and you can just take it out from that area, but you have to be an IKEA family member. You get free coffee or tea in the restaurant. New signups get $20 off your next in-store purchase of $150 or more if you choose to receive those promotional emails. A QR code is sent within 48 hours of signup, and it is worth it to be an IKEA family member. Kyle Brust-Nortman, across East Wisconsin, continues next with Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
This is Kyle Brust-Nortman.
Do you think?
Nope.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards. They're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel. It's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. One in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
Born in the heart of the earth, natural diamonds rise up like the notes of a song from the throat of Mother Nature.
Rick, that was positively poetic. Mother Nature sings diamonds. Sarah, wow, you can sing.
Born in the heart of a plasma chamber, created diamonds fall softly like snowflakes from the heart of a star.
A star that shines like true love.
Natural diamonds are earthborn.
Created diamonds are starborn.
Kessler's has the largest selection of natural diamonds in the state of Wisconsin. All the different sizes, all the fancy shapes.
Give her a fancy diamond. We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
Bigger, brighter natural diamonds.
And financing that makes anything possible.
Kessler's is the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America.
Which means we can do anything we want to do.
For you.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Your current car? Soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about my go-to car wash, Tsunami Express. Get your ride looking its best and ride the wave at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for that perfect shine. Sign up for a monthly membership and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the wait with the fast lane and take advantage of great perks. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant, Tsunami Express has you covered. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to learn more.
Two Wisconsin icons are teaming up on a reworked classic. Cousin Subs and U-Zingers are proud to introduce the all-new Fried Bologna Sub, featuring U-Zingers fried bologna, bacon, American cheese, onions, pickles, mayo, and mustard on fresh-baked Italian bread. And that's not all. Pair your fried bologna with a creamy cupcake shake topped with whipped cream and rainbow sprinkles. Now that's a better combination. Order both in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not going to sit here and panic about it.
Green and Gold Hall of Famer.
It's not apples to apples. For you, it is.
Solving the world's problems one day at a time.
Everybody doesn't grow and evolve at the same time.
It's Mark Tauscher.
Did you guys hang up on me, or am I hanging up on you?
On Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else, no one else.
Joining us now on Kyle Bruston Nortman is Mark Tauscher, the great host of Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these various stations. Old T, happy Tuesday. How are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you guys?
We're doing fantastic. Kyle got duped. And
Tausch.
We tried warning him. Like, have you ever been to a place where it's a gentleman's club, but you think that the steakhouse in there is going to be the main course?
Reviews said the food was fantastic, Tausch.
Fantastic?
What are we talking about?
I was in Vegas last week, and my boy told me we're going to a gentleman's club that was known for its food. And as I told people, I was going to get some chicken thighs with some women thighs, real thighs, I don't know. And I ended up being disappointed in both.
Such a good line, though. I mean, the question is, what were you disappointed in? Which one?
The both.
You said steakhouse and you got a chicken marsala.
Yeah, I got chicken marsala. The food was gross.
That's not steak.
Everybody was disappointed. I'm glad I didn't pay $80 for no steak from that place. I would have been extra mad. Times we walked in and I told them we were here to get some food, they looked shocked and surprised. They had to go get the chef from the dang back. He was a bouncer.
No, he was not.
The back door bouncer. It might as well have been. How long it took us to get our food, they were surprised.
Kyle, I mean, man, I'm not going to tell you how to go about doing things.
No, tell me, because we were wrong.
I mean, you go to places for what they're known for. Like, you're not going to again, it's just hard to do because I don't want to give out free advertising. You don't go to an Italian place and order a burrito. Like, it's just it's not typically how this whole thing works. You're going to go, if you're especially if you're in a city with a lot of great options on both sides of what you were doing.
Chicken and women thighs.
I thought what a great combination.
Spot for what you're looking for, and I think this is all on you, man. I got to put this one all on you, not on the gentleman's club that you were in.
Yeah, I blame the groom for falling for the dupe of it, and I got duped. I was so upset.
I wish I could have saw your face eating the marsala.
I feel bad for
Just wait a second. So you're telling me you're at a club and you're eating chicken marsala?
There was a separate room, and I did have chicken marsala with some mashed potatoes. And Tosh, I was so upset about how much I spent on it. And you know me. I mean, I don't really carry too much cash around. But it messed up the night because by the time we got to the gentleman's club, if I was going to throw anything or going to try to throw anything, which I was not, I wasn't going to do it for sure.
I guess the question is, what did the groom-to-be think of this whole thing?
you know, he kind of had a free-spirited mindset. Well, it didn't work out. I mean, he didn't spend as much money as everybody else. He said, well, it didn't work out.
Whose idea? Was this your idea, by the way?
Hell no. This was his idea. I told you what happened. I was at work. He told me we're going to Treasures.
You looked up Treasures on your work computer.
Thinking it was a steakhouse, and I said, this ain't a steak. This is a steakhouse, but it's also got something else.
Tausch, do you think that on a bachelor party like that, do you think it should be a dictatorship with whatever the groom wants, or do you think it should be a democracy where there's a vote of some kind?
You can't have it as a democracy. I think you can have input. Somebody needs to take hold of it. And if it's the best man, they have to. The problem is, you know, if you have different friend groups from high school and college, you need someone that is the buffer in this whole thing. You obviously want to have input from the groom as far as what kind of activities and what things you're looking to do. But at some point, someone does need to say, because otherwise you're going to end up just fumbling and bumbling around, and you're going to end up eating a linguine at a gentleman's club, and everybody's night's ruined. So somebody needs to take ownership. I don't care who it is. Somebody do that, and it doesn't sound like that happened in this instance.
I just love the salt on the moon there. I mean, it's not a salt on the moon. It's just a truth bomb for you, Kyle. And I think Old T need to give it to you.
Yeah. For somebody who's tight with his budget, boy, I tell you, I told baby girl we ain't spending a lot of money in the next couple months. We got a real tight budget around this Wallace household.
The BOGO boys are back.
Oh, yes, we are.
So just wait a second. So your girlfriend is now going to suffer.
Yep, that is correct.
Because you ordered a bad chicken Alfredo at a gentleman's club.
I ordered. It was that. It was the extra we paid for a ride. Tausch, it was a lot. You know what? You look the bachelor in his eye. You can't say no.
Hey, Kyle.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
Do you remember a couple weeks ago when you were talking about Vegas? I said 2 nights is where you need to be, and you're like, I'm going to go for 4 nights.
Yeah,
and I'm going to fly on the red eye.
I did.
Was I right?
Yeah, 2 nights would have been wonderful. I would have saved quite a bit of money. The last night,
there you go.
I ate. I didn't tell y'all this. The last night,
you ate salad.
I ate a $25 salad. It was the cheapest thing on the menu.
Oh my goodness!
They eating $100 steaks. I said, "Give me the salad." She said, what would you like for your main?"
After the Marsala incident,
she said, "What would you like for your main?" It was a nice restaurant. What would you like for your main course? I said, "Oh, salad. That's all. I got a flight. I'm good."
Did you not order a drink? Did you just get water too? You go super cheap?
She asked for. Do they call it bottle? They call it something else.
Yes, still or sparkling.
Tap. Tap. Everything come with a tap. I had a budget.
Tausch.
Oh boy.
I think Jair's done a great job of showing that he wants to be here. Now, whether you want to take past actions, or which I don't think they're that bad, and use it to the present, he's making effort. He was on the virtual workouts. He says deal or no deal, he'll be at mandatory minicamp. This was the same man who blew off, I believe it was OTAs for $500,000. He's making an effort. And I think is it a net positive right now for both sides to work this out?
Well, I definitely think I think you could make a really good claim that is the case. I think Jair, obviously, you know, the way the season ended and how it all kind of played out, I think most of us thought he was not going to be back because he was not going to want to take, you know, the kind of haircut that I'm sure Green Bay is going to be giving him. Now it comes back to, you know, what is going to be that right number of guaranteed? Because I think Green Bay can look at this, and Jason on our show this morning, it's $16 million. That's what he would have been owed. Well, there's no way Green Bay's paying him that. I think Jair can understand that. But then it comes back to, well, how much are we going to definitely pay him, and then how much are we going to let him earn back if he has a season? Green Bay will be happy to pay him $16 million all in if he plays 17 weeks and plays anywhere close to where he was at his prime. So that part is easy. Is Jair going to be willing to say, okay, well, it's $6 million. You have to earn the other 10. The good part is I don't think there's a lot of other teams out there that are willing to, you know, go there or anywhere else. So it probably is one of those cases where after time has kind of passed and you saw that nobody was going to trade for you and you realize nobody is giving you this big deal, Jair looks at it and says, this is my best opportunity, A, because I know the system, I know the coaches, but B, they're going to offer me the most amount of money that anybody else would. And Green Bay is sitting here looking at it. We know Jair. We know he's still a good player when he's healthy, and we're going to get him at a discount from where it was. So I think that is the result that should happen. but I'm guessing there's still some maneuvering that needs to get done before it all is figured out.
Tausch, it caught my eye that he said he was going to be back for mandatory minicamp with or without a contract. Now, do you think for Jair, this is like true, sincere?
Well, hey, Nordy, before you finish that was super interesting in Schneidman's article, and I think it's interesting, but you have to dig deep to why. If you come in and that contract is not reworked, let's say you go in and you drop a 45-pound plate on your foot and you break your foot. Green Bay's on the hook for that $16 million. So there is no way Green Bay is going to just willingly say, come on in and, go work, see how you can cover Golden and see how you can. Nothing is going to be done until that deal is lined up the way Green Bay wants it, because there is risk on their half if he comes in. So maybe what I'm thinking is maybe Jair wants to get this thing done now. The Packers are looking at it saying, we want it done, but we want it done on our terms. And you can't stop Jair from coming in the building unless you cut him. So that's what I'm saying. It's a little more complicated, I think, than maybe, it's awesome that Jair wants to come in the building. Yeah, it is good, but it's good if it's only on the terms of which Green Bay is looking at, if you're looking at it from their perspective.
Yeah, Tausch, you actually answered my question before I even asked it. So do you think it's him applying a little bit of pressure, then a little bit of a deadline? Like, look, if we don't get it done by this date, I'm coming and I'm practicing.
Strofe thinks he's going to hurt himself on purpose to get all 16.
Shoot, I would.
Well,
we know Hewlett after the weekend you had.
Chicken Alfredo and Lord knows what else.
Your girlfriend would be able to eat for the next 2 months.
2 months with $16 million is a lifetime.
So I don't think. I mean, I think at some point yes, but I think at this point both parties kind of know where they're at, and I'm sure Jair is looking at it, and his team are saying, "Well, we want to get more." Green Bay is probably kind of sunk in, like this is where we're at, and trying to figure out how can we get a little bit more. I do think there is, the pressure point is going to be training camp. You have the mandatory mini camp as well, but if we're being honest, I think it'd be pretty easy for Green Bay just to say, till we figure this out, you stay home, keep working out. We'll get this figured out over July and have it figured out before training camp. But it would be nice, I think, for everybody, because at some point you're giving guys reps. Guys are trying to figure out where they fit in. And if Jair is going to come back and be that number one corner that he would be if you bring him back, you want him in. You want him working with the other guys and getting ready to get going.
Strofe, you were onto something. If he comes back and then have a deal, oh no, my PCL's acting up, and then he's out for the entire year.
Oh, whoopsie, drop that weight on my foot.
I wouldn't blame him whatsoever. But somebody said in the talking text line, they're talking about Jair being a distraction. You don't see Jair being a distraction. I feel like at this point, the only distraction that can be created.
Jordan Love raving, Xavier McKinney raving.
Yeah,
like teammates like him. This is a business thing right now between the Packers and Jair.
Well, how will his teammates look at it? Will they look at it as a Jair's distraction thing, or if he comes and he says, "I want to be here," and the Packers don't let him come, how will that affect the organization and the guys in the locker room?
No, I think Jair is. You guys were just talking about it. I think he comes back in that room, people are going to be excited, and everybody knows that their team is better with him. And for the captaincy thing he did in Charlotte, and some of the other things that have happened, I think people respect the way he plays when he's out there, and as a teammate that when he comes in, the business side of this, everybody gets it. There's not going to be any distraction. It's the more distracting part is when people are sitting here and Wilde and Demoski and these guys are, hey, what do you think about Jair? All this. Once you get him in, all of that just moves away. And until something happens with the Packers and the contract, it really is not going to be at the top of anybody's mind.
Especially because nobody complains about bringing talent into a room to a good team.
Nobody. I mean, again, man, when you can bring someone in that can help you win, yes, everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants everybody wants all of that. But what guys want to do is, hey, man, we have a great shot of winning. And is this player, when he comes in, going to help us do that? And I think most of the players in that locker room would say yes.
Old T, appreciate the time. Thank you for hearing and giving Kyle some words of wisdom at age 35, which I thought he would know by now, but it was much
Yeah,
needed.
I'm just, again, hey, Kyle, how expensive was that fettuccine Alfredo? What was the price on that?
It was $44.99.
Oh my God!
And they got the cook from the bouncer.
And listen, I'm telling you, they were the shock on their face when we said. I had to tell her multiple times, we're here for the food at the restaurant. Until I told them it was an old woman. Madam Cece was the one who was serving us, and she was
Madam.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a old hoot in the house from East Coast.
I don't
from Jersey.
understand. I don't understand how somebody in your group didn't say, you know what, fellas, why don't we go grab a burger somewhere and then come back or something when you know that
Tausch.
it's not like.
Tausch, I really.
Yeah, I get it.
I asked.
I
I asked. I said, "You want to go here for food?" And I quote. He said, "I heard their food is fantastic." And so I looked it up. I Googled. I said, "Oh, there's the menu."
Who are his
Okay.
references?
Yeah, you need to get his. You
Could've
need to
been
get that
Yelp.
reference on air, and you guys need to grill whomever
That man
reference
had
was.
12 drinks at that place, and the food happened to be amazing that night.
I guess
in his mind.
I guess so. And Cece asked about us coming back. She said, "Here's my car for if you're ever back in Vegas and coming." I said, "All right, Madam Cece, I won't be back."
Well, the AmFam Championship is back, Tausch, so we're going to have Kyle tell us about Strick's event.
All right, guys.
So excited for the AmFam Championship coming up next week. Yes, the American Family Insurance Championship, which returns to Madison with 2 new exciting changes this year. Listen up, KBN Nation. Wisconsin's own Steve Stricker will host this PGA Tour Champions event June 6th through the 8th, and its new home is TPC Wisconsin. The AmFam Champ also debuts a new team competition this year where you have 2-person teams who will compete in best ball and scramble formats. The American Family Insurance Championship is June 6th through the 8th. Come see KBN as we'll be broadcasting live from TPC, Wisconsin at the AmFam Championship. So get details and ticket information today by visiting amfamchampionship.com. That is amfamchampionship.com. Going to be a great weekend of golf.
Kyle Bruston-Ortman with a Kyle on the men from Vegas.
I have my wallet, fellas.
You still don't have your wallet?
Oh, it's in Arizona. The guy.
It's with one of your buddies?
Yeah, who drove the cars in his back.
How you going to get it? Wait, how'd you get on the plane?
I had my global entry card, so it worked out. And so that's why I wasn't stressing. I'm like, I'm good. I looked into this. If you Google lost wallet, I guess you can drop it off into like a USPS mailbox or store, and they'll mail it to you for free.
The wallet? What do you mean? Like you just literally place the wallet unclosed?
The mail it for free. I'm trying to figure out. I got to save money. I'm trying to figure out the difference. I'm trying to say this $10 or not.
I've learned so much about you today.
Yeah.
What else you learn about me?
Well, it's just you take your frugalness to the next level.
Yeah, even I would be like,
get me my wallet.
Put a tracking on that and get it here in 2 days.
And he's trying to figure out how to save $10.
Overnight ship it. Oh hell, I haven't.
It's not heavy or big.
Kyle,
Well,
if you get pulled over, it's going to cost a lot more than overnight shipping.
They don't listen. First and foremost, they don't give you that. I just say, hey, I misplaced my ID. They're gonna let me go. Come on now, it ain't that bad in America.
Cereal at the Wallace household tonight. Actually have more faith in Alex Strouf's athleticism based off something Jordan Love did. Next.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, see, the thing about me is I like
You
a little
like crazy.
I like crazy. I like a little excitement in my life. I like a little bit of drama.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
The NFL, there are no gimmies in this business. You earn everything you get. You haven't earned jack yet.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Led them in receiving.
That's great.
Both receptions and yards
That's
each
great.
of the
So
first
do it.
2 seasons.
So do it again. If you're a third-year player, you haven't done anything. Yeah, it's great that you led the team. Do it again.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
Craftsman Days are here at Lowe's with big savings on the tools you need. Save $100 on the Craftsman V20 6-tool power tool combo kit, now at $199. No matter what the project is, Craftsman's high-quality, high-performance products empower you to build on. Stop by your nearest Lowe's store and check out the full line of Craftsman tools today. Valid through 6/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
If you have a lot of shopping to do for summer, then you're actually in luck. Because at Macy's, the latest designer trends are here now. From swim and sandals to match sets and linen suits, all for 20% off. But get this, spend $100 and get 25% off. Spend $200 and get 30% off. 30%. So the bigger your summer, the better. Because the more you buy, the more you save. But hurry, it all starts Thursday at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Breese Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Jordan Love threw out the first pitch yesterday for the Brewers won 3-2. Strofe, I know you were in attendance. I was in attendance as well with baby girl.
Oh, is that
Nice-
first or second?
Nice
game?
hanging out with you.
Second game. Man, first time ever. By the way, she puked out of nowhere.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but she was good. Thank God.
Like
because
where? Where were you?
Just
The
like
parking
spit up?
lot or?
Like, no, she doesn't spit up.
Oh,
like,
pregame
like-
too hard.
Must have.
Oh, put too much of that milk.
I think she got a hold of a pretzel and maybe a little too much salt of that pretzel the tummy couldn't handle in the sweet. And then in front of
In
a
the
lot
sweet?
Yeah.
Who had the sweet?
Whoa.
That's very bogus.
Excuse me?
That's very bogus.
You just started the segment with Strofe. I know you were there. and then you
But
said,
like
oh, we
it
were in
wasn't
the
it
sweet.
wasn't my sweet.
Whose sweet was it?
It was a good partner of ours.
It wasn't 620 WTNJ.
No, it was
It was not the 620 sweet.
No.
You
Oh yeah,
smiled.
it was our Good Karma brand sweet, but it was a partner who had it for the
Got it,
sweet.
got it.
So I was a stop in, say hello,
Got it, okay.
and baby girl got a hold of pretzel. But my point was, is Jordan Love threw a baseball.
He did.
And I don't know, man. He said he was gonna make sure it got to the plate. The thing left the screen. The ball left the screen. And so to the bet we had with Strofe of getting it to the plate, that is why, Brad, I liked you saying if Strofe throws out the first pitch, you're working on Lake County Dot-Coms or something.
Lake Country, yes.
We can't let the catch if the catcher stands up, doesn't count.
Can't leave the stance.
Oh yeah,
Can't leave the stance.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
anybody could say, "I won't roll it in."
Yeah,
He'll sail it.
yeah, exactly.
If we were invited to do what their equivalent of the sausage race is, would you guys all do it with me?
Oh, I would.
Of course. Do that.
I would.
That'd be
All right,
blast.
sweet. I'm on it.
Yeah.
I don't think they have that though.
It's not sausages.
What is it?
Different dogs.
No, it's
Different lake country
trees.
Boats.
Trees.
One's a pontoon, one's a speedboat.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm in. I'm in to do a race.
All race.
I'm down to race too.
Who finishes last?
Oh, now you're down to race. Look at this.
It's short distance.
Oh, it's short. Yeah. Oh, what? 200 yards? Oh, I can do that. I don't need to do it. You're talking about a mile and a half.
It is a Tuesday, so it is right away into Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust on this Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Caller 8 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, 800-990-3776. You get 15 questions in 90 seconds. We have a guest question asker for you, caller 8. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. And let's go caller 8. And what's the record? Oh,
Trashed.
Not good. It's 3-14-3.
Oof. Yeah. Gets worse every time I hear it out loud. Yeah. Caller 8, 800-990-3776. Carbless Talking text line. We're back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and Father's Day is Sunday, June 15th. Get Dad something he can really enjoy. Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles. Order at Kringle.com and send Dad his favorite flavor, like their bourbon pecan. That's my favorite. To complete the gift, you can add a bag of gourmet coffee to your order, and you will be Dad's favorite child. Go to Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH and have it shipped right to Dad. Kringle.com or 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Save big at Menards and be prepared for summer heat with a new air conditioner from Denali Air. Quickly and efficiently cool your spaces with auto and eco modes to maximize performance and save on energy costs. Featuring 3 fan cooling speeds and a remote control, allowing you to control the comfort settings from anywhere in the room. Save big on Denali Air. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, I'm buying a fixer-upper for my first home. Is that something you can help with?
Of course. We are here for all your construction needs at Professional Construction, Inc. With over 20 years of experience, our team will help from the design process through the finished product.
A living room with lime green and wood-paneled covered walls with shag carpets isn't quite working for me.
That's not quite my style either. But regardless, we are here to make your dreams a reality. Visit us at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Oh, that's right, you are kicking it with KBN. I am Brad Nortman alongside Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, our producer behind the glass, the maestro of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? And Ben Brust himself has vacated the room because it is that time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Kyle, I mean, he's 3-14-3 in this whole guest picker situation.
He is so bad.
It has thrown him for a tizzy. He can't seem to get himself composed when he has all these guest question askers come in and fire the questions at him.
And I hope this is going to be another huge L for Ben Brust as well, because there's something I love about my Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. It's watching Ben Brust squirm and say something stupid and take L after L after L.
Well, something tells me that the squirming will be on max today because KBN Nation, you know that we've had some heavy hitters lately for the guest question asker for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Last week, Frank Kaminsky, which is a big name.
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank. Ben will be hanging out with him at the bachelor party in a week and a half or so. But today, we have Evan Cohen. You'll hear his voice in the mornings, co-host of Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio. Not only that, but he owns a sizable amount of real estate in Ben Brust's head. So we welcome in Evan Cohen, co-host of Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio. Evan, welcome back in. We have some shining moments of you on the show, most notably right before the draft. We had KEN, which is a little bit being resurrected right now in this moment. Evan, welcome to KBN.
I like it. The KEN show has been resurrected, as you said. Kyle, Brad, this is great. I like it. Kyle, Evan, Nortman. It feels right, does it not?
I know it feels great. You can take us to the top with you.
It really does. Evan, and I got to ask, before we even jump in, so we're going to obviously have our guest come on. You're going to ask the questions. He's going to give the answers. When we have Ben on, do you have over or under 1.5 complete brain farts from Ben? What are you on the over or under of that?
Well, I'm going to go with the over, but I just have a couple of questions. Are we, as a group, because obviously he can't hear us right now, are we acknowledging it's me, or do you want me to just start talking, asking him questions? He may not know who it is, and then try to work in little slip-ins that he would know it's me, or how do you want to do that?
Here's what I think
really
we
do
do.
want to get in his head.
Yeah, great call, Evan. I love the gamesmanship and maximizing his intimidation to the fullest. I think I'm going to throw it, so we're going to run it. I'm going to give the rules, and then I'm going to throw it to you for Bill in Lake Geneva. He's our contestant. When Ben comes back in here, I'm going to throw it to Strofe. Strofe's going to give the 3-2-1, and I want you to hit Ben right away with the first question and watch him squirm. Does that sound like a good plan?
Done. Good. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, I like it. Let's spin it, Strofe.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
That's right, it is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. Here's how we play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to it if you get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust, you will win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. And for a reminder, Ben's record, 14-3. Pretty dreadful. Now we have Bill in Lake Geneva. Bill, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Okay, well, Bill, you are in for a treat to be able to be a contestant with Evan Cohen, co-host of Unsportsmanlike, as the guest question asker. All right, Evan, I'm going to throw it to you. Give Bill a 3-2-1, and then let's let the questions rip.
All right, Bill, let's do this. Here we go. We're going to start. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? In 3, 2, 1. Question 1. What type of fish is Nemo in Finding Nemo?
Clownfish.
Which American singer is known as... Well, we're going to keep going. Which American singer is known as the Queen of Soul?
Aretha Franklin.
What punctuation mark ends an interrogative sentence? I don't know if I said that word right.
A question mark.
Who was the first artist to reach 1 billion streams on Spotify?
Taylor Swift.
Question 5. Which book series features a character named Katniss Everdeen?
The Hunger Games.
Question 6. What is the capital of the Canadian province of Alberta?
Pass.
Question 7. What country consumes the most chocolate per capita?
The USA.
Question 8. How much money do you collect when you pass Go in Monopoly?
$200.
Question 9. Which element is a noble gas? helium, iron, or carbon?
Helium.
Question 10. In what decade did the Berlin Wall go up?
The ninth. Pass.
Well, that one counts if he gets it. Are we counting that one as a pass, Strofe?
Correct.
Okay, that's a pass. Okay. Well done, Evan.
It's a sixth spot
Well
for
done, Bill. Okay, sixth spot for
By the way, these questions are impossible. I would get 0 of these. I want to point that out.
Well, that's what makes it fun, Evan. We like to see how foolish Ben can look in these moments when he doesn't know what it is.
Oh, I'm aware. I hope
will
I
say.
hope I read it quickly enough. I don't know. I don't even know if I said I did it.
Read it at the same pace you read
Yeah,
it
same
at
pace.
for Bill. Do that for Ben as well.
Because here's the problem.
Okay, Ben can't hear us. Ben can't hear us yet, right?
Correct.
Not yet.
Not yet, but he's coming any minute now.
How do you read the third one? What is that word?
I think you said it right. So, okay, Ben just walked in the room. Our guest is joining via the phone, so we're going to make sure that he doesn't see any of the responses on the Carbless Talking text
He's looking
line.
at the phone right now.
It just says guest reader.
I
still don't know who it is.
I covered my tracks
Good.
over here.
Yeah, look at it. Why you want to know?
What, is Strofe
stuff?
going to change his voice? Like, do we not even have a guest?
Well, no,
have AI.
Well, it was a holiday weekend, Ben. I might be cutting some corners here.
Okay.
So we do have a guest. Ben is back in the studio. And here's what we're going to do, Ben. You're going to know the voice. So we're going to send it to Strofe after I read the instructions on how to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
He's so unfocused right now.
15
He is so
questions.
unfocused.
I don't like not knowing who's on the other
I
side.
can see the blood pressure going up as
His
we're
head
sitting
is
here.
moving. Look at, bro. You're not gonna find any clues. Let it go.
All right.
15 questions in 90 seconds. Get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to it if you get through the rest. If Bill in Geneva beats you, he's going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. Strofe's going to give the countdown. So the first words you're going to hear is from our guest question asker.
Ben, you ready to go?
Yes. I don't like any of this.
All right. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? With Ben Brust in 3, 2, 1.
Question 1. What type
hell.
of fish is Nemo in Finding Nemo?
Oh, God. He has one fin. Pass.
Question 2. Which American singer is known as the Queen of Soul?
Prince.
Question 3. What punctuation mark ends an interrogative sentence?
Question mark?
Question 4. Who was the first artist to reach 1 billion streams on Spotify?
Biebs.
Question 5. Which book series features a character named Katniss Everdeen?
That would be the Hunger Games.
Question 6. What is the capital of the Canadian province of Alberta?
Capital of Alberta? Pass.
Pass. Something you never did in college. Question 7. What country consumes the most chocolate per capita?
Belgium.
Question 8. How much money do you collect when you pass Go in Monopoly?
I am only blanking because Evan's on the call. 200?
Question 9. Which element is a noble gas? Helium, iron, or carbon?
Helium.
Question 10. In what decade did the Berlin Wall go up?
1940.
Yikes.
Hey, Ben.
I don't even know what the first 2 questions were. It took me a lot of time to process that Evan was the one on the other side.
Steam was coming out of the ears.
Oh. There's a line in Finding Nemo. They talk about what kind of fish he is for like 5 minutes. And it's escaping me.
Yeah, well.
He's
You'll know when you hear it.
He's like a dumb fish. Like it's like a.
Let me
He's a Ben Brust.
It's like a brush. It's like a brush.
Oh, good one, Kyle and Evan. Gosh, now I'm lashing out.
Clownfish.
Clownfish.
Aretha Franklin, the queen of soul, not Prince.
He said Prince.
Oh, my God.
This went off the rails fast.
Punctuation mark that ends an interrogative sentence. That would be a question mark. Drake, the first artist to reach 1 billion streams on Spotify. The Hunger Games.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Book series that featured Katniss Everdeen. Edmonton, the Oilers. What country consumes the most chocolate? Switzerland, actually. $200 was correct when you go past Go in Monopoly. Helium is the Noble Gas. You both got that right. And the last question for both of you was the Berlin Wall. A couple years after the 1940s, 1961, 1960s, the acceptable answer for that one.
All right, so how do we end up with Evan?
What do you mean?
He's a teammate, is he not?
Yeah, I know, but why isn't he on video? Like, was this all part of the plan?
I'm trying to get in your head a little bit, yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
What was the final score? How many he get? How many I get?
4-6. You had 40 at 6, and your record in 2025 now an abysmal 3 wins, 15 losses, 3 ties.
Yeah.
Like the Miami Heat. Won? Bill in Lake Geneva won?
He sure did.
He did.
Bill in Lake Geneva's the winner.
Another loss. Evan, how would you grade Ben's performance today?
Well, I was pretty impressed that he recognized me so quickly. I got to be honest. That was very quick.
I mean, I listened to him sportsmanlike in the mornings, Evan.
You should have saw his face, Evan.
Yeah.
Hand in palm and forehead in a palm and just like, oh,
How
no.
do I get out of this?
Well, it's just because, like, I know whatever I say today, oh, no, he's just going to get material for next time I talk to him. It's just like, it's never good. It's all bad.
Well, a couple of things. On this. First of all, was it booked very last minute? Yes. Did Strofe take advantage of his access to me at all times? Yes, he did. Now, were any of us, Brad, Kyle, Strofe, or myself, smart enough to realize this was actually the obvious bit of doing it on the phone? No. I literally was dropping my son off at basketball, and I'm sitting in a parking lot. But it obviously made a lot more sense.
You guys lucked into this working out to your advantage.
Oh, it's perfect. Because as soon as you heard
it really did make a lot of sense, right, guys? I mean, it would actually be better. I couldn't go on video, but the surprise element I thought was good here. But you definitely, if we listen back, if Strofe can pull Ben's response on the first question after he heard my voice, he totally crumbled right away.
I can't wait to hear that because especially Kyle, what does Ben do right when he walks through the door every time? And Are You Smarter Than Ben?
I look at the monitor.
Looks at the monitor. Who's asking? And when you didn't see anything, I could tell you took a step back.
He was rattled.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That worked out perfect.
I mean, part of my advantage of although I've only won three times is to know who's on the other side.
Can we ask marketing? Is there enough prizes to give away? 'Cause right now you're on quite a run. Because when you tie,
Question one: What type of fish is? Question one: What type of fish is? Question one: What type of fish is?
Not gonna give him the whole question.
I just wanted the hell.
I think the first two. Are good.
Yeah.
Strofe.
Oof. Well, at least you're getting a good look into him as a producer.
Oh, he's trying to take it off him.
Oh,
No.
wow, yeah.
Who's
Deflect.
the queen? Who's the queen of soul? That's. I know he's an androgynous, but he's the queen of soul.
Who is it though? I missed
Aretha Franklin.
I mean, how am I supposed to know that?
I mean,
is that Brad? Did you know that? You didn't know that.
You could. I would have guessed.
Evan, did you know that?
You would have been better
Ben,
off.
I think you're telling on yourself. a little bit here.
All right.
You may want to stop while you're behind.
You would have been better
The
off
first
saying
two
Taylor
questions
Swift
of Are You
yourself.
Smarter Than Ben Brust today. Here it is.
Question one: What type
hell.
of fish is Nemo in Finding Nemo?
Oh God. Oh no. He has one fin. Pass. Dude, I sound like a disaster.
Question two: Which American singer is known as the Queen of Soul?
Prince.
Queen.
All right, Evan.
You know what's amazing? I broke. I started laughing. I couldn't even say some of the words because I broke.
Yes. I'm clamming up. I don't know what to do. You guys, help me.
The amount of
Oh my God.
ums and ahs as you're trying to think about Finding Nemo is just spectacular. It
I
really
love
was.
seeing this boy
What a
shook.
treat.
I
What a
love
treat.
seeing him shook.
It's
That
always
was so fun.
It's always a joy to have Evan on.
Thank you so much. Listen to Evan Cohen. I'm not even giving a chance to stay on sports mornings ESPN
Why,
Wisconsin.
I'm not going to hang for a little bit? I can hang. Let's go. Come on. I just want to annoy Ben.
You want to
Yeah,
hang?
let's keep
I thought there was a hard out. I was told this hard out.
I was informed 20 minutes. At
Yeah,
19.
no, that's my bad. I thought you meant 4 Central initially, 5 Eastern. So I got a couple more minutes. I apologize.
We'll take him.
All right.
yeah.
Well, can I break and get you on the other side?
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Well, I got to keep a good clock
All right,
here. It's
all right.
I got to take care of the fans.
Okay. All right. You better. Hey, Breast. Kyle and Brad, they're prepared. You better be prepared. Good topics, angles. I will be judging the questions you ask me. Next.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
He just teased our own show.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a tool. My name is Ben Brust, and I'm a tool.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We are starting off with some delays along the southbound side of 41, backing up from about Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol. Northbound slowing down as well from Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Hampton. We've got northbound 43 backing up from Fond du Lac Avenue up to Keefe. Southbound slowing from Silver Spring all the way down past Locust. And on Highway 67 southbound right at I-94, got the left lane blocked with a crash there. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a slight chance for a shower, a low of 50. And then tomorrow, mostly cloudy with showers, a high of 58 at the lake, 63 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft.
They actually did it.
For the first time since 2002.
The Green and Gold have drafted their next playmaker.
Matthew Golden, wide receiver, Texas.
Does Jordan Love now have his number one target?
Touchdown, Matthew Golden!
React to the pick right here. 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the new ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Ever notice how wine enthusiasts often speak a completely different language? And while that language may technically be English, to most people it's anything but. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where we stock over 8,000 varieties of wine and speak many dialects of wine English to help everyone, from the wine novice to the master sommelier. So if you need an expert recommendation for wine, or maybe you know what you want and simply need help locating it, our experienced staff has got your back. No matter the budget, occasion, or your level of wine expertise, Discount Liquor will make you feel at home. Discount Liquor, unmatched selection, everyday low prices, a helpful staff, and 2 convenient locations. In Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
Discount liquor.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Question 1, what type of fish is Nemo in Finding Nemo?
Oh, God. He has one fin. Pass.
Question 2, which American singer is known as the Queen of Soul?
Prince. Potawatomi Casino Hotel is known for its endless ways to win, and Friday, June 27th, Potawatomi is showing why they're the standard with the highly anticipated season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your Entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty Roll, where $300,000 in cash is up for grabs. Be there to win your share. That's June 27th at Potawatomi. If they had live sportsbook odds of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Will Ben Brust win with Evan Cohen asking questions? It would have been minus 10,000. No. They don't have that up there, but you can get whatever you want and plus enjoy the 2,000 square foot video wall at Potawatomi. Kyle Brust and Ortman across ESPN Wisconsin, and on the Carbless Talking text line, Jake chimed in. I haven't been able to listen to Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust for a while, and this was worth it. I love Evan, and I love listening to him on the way to work. Well, you're unlucky, Jake. Evan Cohen is gracing us with his presence for another segment here on Kyle Brust and Ortman. Evan, is it just you and me, or if Kyle and Brad chime in, are you going to answer them, or I'm ready to roll?
Well, no. I mean, I think everybody should participate in the conversation. I just think we should all grade Ben's performance by the end of this to see how he does.
All right. You're taking over for Mark Murphy as the president of the Green Bay Packers. They haven't won a Super Bowl since 2010. What do you do to make it happen?
That's not bad. That's a good question. Good question. What are we going to give that out of 10? I'll give that an 8, right, guys? That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was
a little
solid.
lengthy, I thought.
Yeah, I'd give it an 8.5.
Lengthy and vague. I'd give it like a
open-ended.
6.5.
Vague? How do you win a Super Bowl championship?
What word did you just use?
Vag.
Vag. Oh, I got the
Vag?
Wisconsin.
That was it.
AG,
Bag.
Yeah,
The
AG,
bag or
Wisconsin
bag.
accent, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, we're not just judging the questions.
I
He
like-
is on Unsportsmanlike as a national radio host. I'd love to get the perspective of one Evan Cohen to this question.
Yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is survey the inventory. What do I have? What do I not have? Right? And because what's on the surface may not be what's under the hood, right? Like, we all look in those at the coach and quarterback and think they're great. In theory, are they great? I don't know. If I'm the new guy or gal coming in, theoretically, in this hypothetical to run the team, I get why Jordan Love got the contract. Now I need to see it in action. I get why people could be enamored by Matt LaFleur, stand next to him, and then you're enamored by him. My God, that guy handsome. But the point is, I've heard all about you guys. Now I want to learn more about you, and I want to see how you perform now that you're supposed to perform. So I think the first thing is always coach and quarterback and obviously GM is learn more about them, learn philosophies, and then they have to go to work and actually do their thing. And if I am a new president of the team, I do have to come in not telling anybody this, not using it, not displaying it, not running it by anybody, but just simply in my back pocket having, if the Brian Gutekunst, Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love combination, if all three of them quit tomorrow, who's in their place? There's not an obvious answer to that, but that's why you're hired as team president, to be ready for that. So what I'm saying is survey the inventory, understand what I have, let those three perform, and let them know ultimately they have to prove why they are in the positions they're in, because I didn't hire them for those positions.
Pretty good answer from Evan right
Oh,
there.
well,
I'm not
enough
gonna
of the
say-
kissing.
If we're gonna grade the question answer, we might as well say that.
Mwah.
Evan, I have a quick analogy for you that I want your opinion. Similar type of question, though. For the Packers, I came from the finance background. Packers seem like the organization that they say to you, you know what? Our investment strategy, we're just going to buy bonds. That's it. Not interested in anything else. Tried and true, ignore the noise. But when a startup opportunity comes around, they always just pass. Other teams in the NFL feels like they use every possible avenue to go get rich. Do you think that even though Packers set themselves up to be consistent and always in the mix, it's hard to become filthy rich if you never take a little bit of risk? Do you think the Packers' approach of always trying to be relevant, always trying to be good, and hope you catch lightning in a bottle compared to other teams that take a little bit more risk and say, we'll trade for a guy, we'll take on a guy on a veteran contract, whatever else, do you think the Packers' strategy can work in today's NFL to get a championship?
That was a 5.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. We're not grading anybody's but yours. But, I think that's an interesting question. So my answer to that obviously goes here. When I got bar mitzvahed when I was 13, I'm pretty sure my grandparents, may they rest in peace, gave me bonds, and I still have them in a wallet.
Oh, wow.
I've never... No, wait. Is it bonds? What are like the fake cash-looking things? Is that a bond? I'm so stupid.
Yeah,
with
that's
this
a no.
stuff.
Yeah. They gave you a savings bond probably
Yeah.
with money that you can cash in.
Yeah, when are you supposed to cash that? Because I
After
asked
it
my
matures
dad,
for
it was much
10
better.
years, I think. Right, 7 years.
They might have a maturity on them.
Kyle, Kyle, I have like a $50 one, and I said to my dad once, and I'm like, should I do it? And he's like, I think it's worth $60. Like, you don't have to rush for that one. Whatever I have, I don't know when you're supposed to do that. So you're telling me that there's a chance I'm actually sitting on a lot of money?
Well, I think there's usually a maturity on that, Evan. Usually it's on there. It says, like, it comes to maturity at this point.
When I get home, Brad, I'm going to look at this, and then I'm going to message you about this because I need your advice on what I'm supposed to do with these bonds. Here's the thing. So is the real new president going to operate like Mark Murphy and others before him have operated? Because if so, the Packers have a way. We know that. It's draft and develop. It's not sign the splashy free agent, despite what happened last year with obviously McKinney and Jacobs. But it's worked. They're always good, at least good, right? When are they really ever bad? Their version of bad was the 8-9 season Rodgers lost last season. Feels like their version of bad, right? But that's their version of that. Think about how many other franchises around the NFL would sign up for that. So, like, are they building a championship team or are they building a relevant team? Sometimes to build a championship team, it is one step back for two steps forward. And it doesn't seem like the Packers have ever been willing to do that. And the thing that's so wild with this is I do think they do it right because they always have the quarterback. And I think you can look at it historically and say, is it for good, better or worse that they don't have ownership, like true full-fledged ownership? And I think it is probably the most debatable thing that you can literally do that right now, where the Packers have more rings or less rings with an owner of the team over the last 50 years.
Put on the poll, Strofe. I think that's a good question by Evan.
It'll be down the middle.
My gosh. Evan, these guys are, I mean, my goodness, I can smell the boo-boo breath over here from these guys. My goodness, leave him alone. He's just giving phenomenal answers. I ain't got to.
You just did it,
no. I got a real question for you, Evan, since everybody's going
I'm going to be fair.
You said what?
If I'm going to be fair, wait, hold on. If I'm going to be fair, because I've known all you guys for a long time, it could come off like a little bit of kissing up right now, but I will tell you, the next question from one Kyle Wallace, I know will not be a kiss-up question because we have had our moments. Out of love, but we have had our moments. So go ahead, Kyle.
I really was going to ask you about my Vegas trip and how I can get all the regret off of me. But I'm really going to ask you this one. It's about Giannis, because on the national headlines, all the sports talk folks want to talk about Giannis leaving the Milwaukee Bucks. What I want to know from you, Evan Cohen, who's on Unsportsmanlike, who can push a narrative, I want you to push it for the Milwaukee Bucks. Why should Giannis actually want to stay in Milwaukee?
Yeah, So I caught a glimpse of what Dr. Ken Harris said on The Truth, I think it was last week or the week before, and I thought that was a fascinating take, right? The idea of saying that, hey, maybe Giannis has outgrown Milwaukee. Now, I don't live in Milwaukee, obviously. I live in New York, but I went to school in the great state of Wisconsin, and I love the great state of Wisconsin. And I've never felt like Giannis has outgrown Milwaukee simply because I've never got the sense that he was looking for New York, L.A., Chicago, Miami, or anything like that. I think the teams in New York and Miami now are teams that he would be interested in from a basketball and organizational perspective, the Knicks and the Heat specifically. But in terms of the market, I've never gotten the sense that Giannis is chasing the big market. And I've never gotten the sense that he's leaving. So on our show, anytime that comes up, I always preface it, Kyle, by saying, I don't expect him to ask out. I don't expect him to leave. So until that happens, I don't believe he's going anywhere. Maybe I'm nuts. Maybe I think that I can come up with ways of them improving or at least attempting to improve better than maybe some that have been thrown out there. But I don't know. I kind of think he's still staying until proven otherwise.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And it's the Packers. If the Bucks do trade him, I expect for us to get beyond a king, queen, and prince type ransom, according to Ben Bruss. But the biggest fleece and ransom for him. They have to get multiple draft picks, and they also have to bring back young talent because you cannot move on from a generational guy like him who's top 5 in the game, top 3 to me in the game right now, for simply giving up a couple things. Teams like Miami and New York, they don't have anything to send us. Like I know you're Miami Heat.
That's what I'm saying
to
you. They
have nothing to give us.
No, I agree with you. Well, that's not true.
Oh, well, okay. Well, make your pitch for Miami.
No, hold on. No, don't worry about. Here's the point. Maybe we're saying the same thing. Miami has everything to give them, but then Giannis would be playing with no one, right? New York has everything to give them, but then New York would be playing with no one. Like then he would be playing with no one. So that's the thing. You want a king, queen, prince ransom. The problem with that is who's giving it to you, and then who's left for Giannis to play with, right? So in this scenario, this is where it gets a little confusing. I think that Oklahoma City is going to win the championship, right? Not really a bold statement there. I think they're going to win the championship. And I would advise teams like Houston, like San Antonio, to look at Oklahoma City and say, well, let's just kind of continue to do it that way and not do a 2-for-1, 3-for-1 trade. Let's just load up on guys who are good on offense and defense, and as many of them as possible instead of one guy. Because what we've seen here over the last couple of years in the NBA is that, and I've been saying this on Unsportsmanlike, beginning at 5 a.m. here on ESPN Wisconsin. It is KEN, Kyle, Evan, and Norman. Ben out today here on ESPN Wisconsin. So what I've been saying on our show on Sportsmanlike is that the NBA has changed. You need 5 to 8 guys that are average or above on offense and defense, and that's how you win. That sounds so trivial and so simple, but think about how many players in the NBA are only good on one side of the ball. And one of my least favorite terms in all of sports is talking about a basketball player is a two-way player. Ben, when you played when you played college basketball, if you didn't play defense, what happens?
I would have been on the sidelines clapping for everybody.
That's right. Right. But in the NBA, for some reason, it's allowed if you're really good at offense. Or if you're really good at defense, it's allowed if you're not great at offense. But a team like the Celtics last year or a team like the Thunder this year, they just have guys that are average or above on offense and defense. So all these teams that would be in on Giannis, my advice would be, as great as Giannis is, and he's all-time great, he's game-changing, franchise-changing. If you're loaded with all these young guys, I think you kind of keep them. Now, if you're a team like Miami or if you're a team like New York that may not have that, that's different. But all these other teams that Kyle, you're referring to, I don't think it's necessarily smart for them to give up everything to get Giannis. Because I don't think you'd have enough to play with on the other end.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, stay in Milwaukee.
Hopefully the Bucks can get him to stay.
Here's what I noticed yesterday, and we're running up against the time. I'd love to keep Evan, honestly, to continue this conversation a lot longer, is when I looked at what you just said and what I watched in the Western Conference Finals, how physical it was. Giannis gets that every freaking game. But what I also realized was when we were having that conversation and thinking about how these teams are made and how they've gotten to the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, is maybe the worst thing the Bucks did was trade for Dame and not getting more pieces to surround Giannis.
Oh, the problem is the Bucks don't know how to.
You can't say that now. Can't say that now.
I can't. No, I know that. It's just a realization I had watching the game.
You had a two-way player.
They did the right thing in terms of at the moment you brought him something. It
didn't work out.
And it kept him there. Yeah. It just didn't work out. But gosh, now they're sitting here without any assets and no draft picks. You're like, I don't know how they get that around him other than time. And I don't know if he wants time. But like you mentioned.
Okay, no, that is true, but I don't think you can. And I know you're in agreement on this, Ben. I don't think we can go back and say, like, oh, they shouldn't have made that trade.
No.
By the way, I know you got to go, but can I just shout out one thing? Did you guys see the Wisconsin women's volleyball schedule release video today?
Yes, through pizza. Very well done.
Oh, so good. So for those who didn't see it, the Wisconsin women's volleyball team put out their schedule release video, and they made pizzas with toppings for every opponent. Then they cooked the pizza, and then you saw what the opponent was when the pizza was fully cooked. Unbelievable. Brilliant.
Maybe the football team needs to do something to attract talent, because I tell you, they suck.
You know what's also unbelievable, Evan?
Kyle, wait a minute. Kyle. Okay, Brad played for the Badgers. Ben played for the Badgers. I went to University of Wisconsin.
Cool. I love Wisconsin.
Kyle, you love the Badgers. I understand that. Are you more angry now about UW football than any Wisconsin sports team over the last 5 years at any time?
Oh, 100%. They're pathetic.
So more
right
than
now.
any drama around Rodgers, more than Dame. Well, I guess we all like the Dame trade at the time. But like, is there anything? There's another good one. anything over the last 5 years, Wisconsin sports, that gets everyone listening more angry than the current state of the Badger football team for Kyle Wallace?
Listen, all those teams you just talked about, the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, they still
Ben's
won.
frustrated because he didn't come up with any of these angles. I get it. Go ahead.
They won.
I think it's
games.
average.
That's the thing, is they won games and they were entertaining. The Badger football program, we are hopeless. Do you know what the over/under win total is this year, Evan?
I don't.
5.5.
That's not ideal.
Yeah, that's not ideal. We were
$7.8 million in year 3, 5.5, and then after this, you're opening up the season at Lambeau Field against Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's a sad state of affairs. Very well put. But you're talking pizza, Evan.
But,
and
but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean they're going to be bad. It just
they're
means
going to be bad. They're going to be bad, Evan.
I think
You've gone full Homer Wisconsin Badger now. They're going to stink. I'll tell you right now. Have fun watching Saturdays if you want to watch bad football. You've watched enough of the New England Patriots until they got Vrabel. Hopefully, they turn around for you there. But right now, you have 2 bad football teams.
Brad, are you silent on purpose here, or how do you feel about it?
I wish I had any sort of rebuttal, but it's 5.5, and I actually have the under. I think this team has lost its way.
Oh, my God.
Their identity, their schedule is a gauntlet, and they're just completely nationally irrelevant. And it cuts me at the core because this is the primary team I'm still a fan of, and my Sundays are just full of despair now. I'm not going to lie.
My dad, I'll leave you with this. My dad did not go to the University of Wisconsin. He's from the Bronx/Queens, New York, okay? So grew up city kind of feel, went to Queens College, didn't have that big school environment like I had. I went to University of Wisconsin. He comes to visit. My parents come to visit. My dad falls in love with it. Absolutely loves University of Wisconsin, and literally has followed it for the last 20-plus years since. He is so angered that Jim Leonard is not the head coach. And I'm like, hey, relax. It's okay. Like, give me a break. Like, I'm all in on making sure and rooting for Coach Fickell, and I'm hoping that things are going to turn around. I just want him to be able to turn some people around and get some people kind of in his favor. I don't know who the public figures are that are kind of campaigning for him, and I think we need that. Maybe I'm volunteering for it, obviously for a trade for gear. But, I mean, maybe I'm volunteering for that, but we need more public figures kind of campaigning for this school right now.
They don't want – no. Forget campaigning. They need your money. I need a quarterback.
You're wrong.
And you don't have any money after Vegas, so you're not helping.
Yeah, I can't help with that. I got $3 on it.
Evan, I got to tell the BOGO boys over here, the buy one, get one. You talked about pizzas. We got Screaming Sicilian from Palermo's. We appreciate the Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? We appreciate all the thoughts and opinions here on Kyle Brust and Norman. And we will be listening to you on Unsportsmanlike on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. Check him out in the mornings. He's Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike.
Thanks, guys.
BOGO boys. You got to do this, Kyle. Stock up right now because you just said your girlfriend's not going to eat because you have no money.
Yeah.
Buy one, get one. Last day at Pick and Save and Metro Market for Screaming Sicilian.
What day?
Ending today.
Oh, yes.
I got mine yesterday. Literally loaded up.
Ending today on the Pick and Save and Metro Market BOGOs for Screaming Sicilian. So you're broke. And you'll be less broke.
Yes, my birthday party's coming and is sponsored by Palermo's. They don't know that, but it's going to be all Palermo's pizza there.
Summer's around the corner, too. Make sure you're getting excited for Summerfest. You can buy $25 worth of participating items at Pick and Save at Metro Market and get 2 free Summerfest tickets. So a lot of great things, as always, from Palermo's. You know my favorite part about what Evan Cohen just did? He completely overshadowed a new segment. Wheel of Strofe. Wheel of Strofe. Do we have time to do it? Oh no, he's crying. He's sad. He's actually sad.
Norman, KBN.
What are you going to do with the video?
It was going to be on Snapchat if I got the pick right.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 43, we've got some backups from just past Silver Spring all the way down to Locust. Back on the brakes from North Avenue down through the Marquette. Northbound side slowing down from just before Fond du Lac Avenue to Keefe. Southbound 41, we've got some backups basically starting from just before Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live at State Fair Park. This Wednesday, it's Rebel Grace on the stage. Gates open at 6, live music at 7. Summer fun this Wednesday at the Bud Pavilion. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, light chance for a shower, a low of 50. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with showers, a high 58 at the lake, 63 inland. Weather is brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. WeatherTech Chicago is coming up June 6th through the 8th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season, and now is the time to tackle those big projects you've been putting off. Right now, during the home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months, and you'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Call 414-410-2000 or visit UniversalWindowsDirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today.
Wade vs. Diener is about planting seeds of opportunity and watching them grow into something amazing. Join NBA and Marquette stars Dwayne Wade and Travis Diener and be part of this incredible journey at the Champions for Literacy celebration on June 27th. Or register your son or daughter for the Elite Youth Basketball Camp coached by Dwayne Wade and Travis Diener themselves on June 28th. Register at wadevsdiener.givesmart.com. That's wadevsdiener.givesmart.com.
Hey, I'm Mike with Infinity Exteriors. Over 25,000 homes across Wisconsin were hit hard by this most recent storm. And like clockwork, out-of-town roofers are already flooding in and then disappearing the moment the job's done. Choose local. We live here, we work here, and we stand behind every roof we install. Since 1997, Infinity Exteriors has helped more than 30,000 homeowners protect their homes and their peace of mind with no hidden costs, no fine print, and no confusion. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Everybody's stopping and staring at the lawn from Weed Man. KBN Nation, go to weedman.com, get 50% off your first treatment, half off weedman.com. They use that golf course quality fertilizer and effective weed control. And it all makes it nice and green. And I cut the grass, had some people over to the back patio, and they're like, look at this family. Look at these people. They had a child, they have a home, and they actually have a presentable home now, thanks to Weed Man.
And my girlfriend's mom did the barefoot walk test. She's from the Florida area on the grass.
Oh, did you pass?
Oh, she said it passed with flying colors.
Look at that.
Passed with flying colors.
Weedman.com. Weedman for the win. You know, who sent it? I think it was Brad that sent it to us. I mean, we had all had a feeling that 5.5 number was the number for the Wisconsin Badgers over-under win total. For those who don't know, there are 12 regular season games for the Badgers, 2 of which are very winnable against opponents like the opener against Miami, Ohio. and I believe there's a directional school thrown in there as well.
Middle Tennessee State?
Oh, the middle of the state, eh?
The middle.
You said directional.
Yeah, I know. The middle of Tennessee.
Middle.
So there you have it.
State.
That's 2 right there, and it's still 5.5. That's 2.
Yeah, that's
you get 2. So really, it's can they win 4 games out of 10?
Well, and I want you to look at the schedule and tell me the other 3 games they're going to win to go over, because when I look at this Wisconsin Badger team, Coach Fickle has had time now to build the team how he wants to. We've even had plenty of people on here, and I've talked to many people in the industry that says the turnover of the roster, the turnover of the team happens at a breakneck pace. So you can get the guys in that you want.
Did you see Indiana last year?
Just like that. Overnight, they've become a program that's to be respected. But the Wisconsin Badgers, here's what I fear. If and when the Badgers fall below that, they don't become bowl eligible, and if they win 5 or less games, I think the support for this team and this organization and coach, it will start to cycle into a spiral that you can't get out of. Because I've already talked to committed Badger fans that said, I might not renew my season tickets.
Oh, that's all I hear.
I might not give. I might not contribute to the NIL because I don't believe in the direction of this program, and I'm so distraught over what I see on the field. And then the money dries up, and it gets even worse. So you're looking at a program this year that if you do get 5 wins or loss, there might be no coming back from it. It might be irreparable if you do struggle to have any sort of relevancy and any sort of success this year. That is what I fear for the Wisconsin Badger football team.
Yeah, you know the Badgers ended the season on a 5-game losing streak last year.
And embarrassing losses.
It's terrible.
It's like you, for Oregon, kept it close, but then against Minnesota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you got routed.
But they don't even show a level of heart, you know? Like
I know Bradley. I know Bradley.
It's hard. It's hard to watch.
I know.
I can imagine
I know.
this team starting 2-0 or maybe 3-1 because they have Maryland early, and then just losing. And legitimately, this team could be 3-1 and all of a sudden lose the rest of their games.
Everyone take a deep breath. What's going to happen's going to happen. And they're either going to have my eyes for all 12 games or I'm going to quit pretty early because I saw the end of last season, as you mentioned, a 5-game losing streak. Jordan Love threw out the first pitch. Strofe may be more athletic at baseball than Jordan Love. I can't believe I ever say that, but I still want to know, is Matthew Golden actually going to connect with Jordan Love? I don't know if time for that, but Brad's got a good take, so I'm going to get to break now.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
We were going to extend more invites, but I just jumped the gun for some reason at the meeting because I thought I was being like funny and personable, and I just don't know how to read the room. I was like, oh, this guy who doesn't know me is going to think it's hilarious that I'm with Josh, and I'm saying, hey, Josh, you didn't get the first round invite. Suck it.
In what world would that person find that funny, though?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnatthebog.com.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law offices.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 4.75 to 16-ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Lay's, Kettle Chips, or Red Gold Pretzels, 2 for $5. 8 to 16-ounce selected varieties Old Dutch Tortilla, Potato, or Kettle Chips, or Salsa, 2 for $5.50. 2.37 to 3.5-ounce selected varieties McCormick Grill Mate Spices, 2 for $4. 14-ounce or 6-ounce selected varieties Haagen-Dazs Ice Cream or Bars, $3.99.
Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike ruined Stroph's day. Wheel of Stroph. Wheel of Stroph.
Wait a minute. I don't think my voice is in that. We need to redo that.
We will.
The hell? We were going to
Wheel of Stroph.
How you going to debut something without my voice, bro? You could have AI'd me. Damn.
Yeah, you could have AI'd him. Oh, why are you so sad?
Yeah, Stroph's mailing it in.
Oh my
gosh. You're crying. You're crying.
Hey, don't be in my ear talking like that. That potty mouth.
Yeah.
All stressed out. He gonna take care of it.
Road America is America's national park of speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee in Great Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary Road Course with free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Their concession stands are amazing. Whenever they keep adding clean bathrooms, it is an experience. WeatherTech Chicago is up next, June 6th through the 8th. You come for the experience and stay for the race. Camp on site. I'm telling you, that is the way to do it. Schedule it, camp on site at Road America. Coming up next in Madison is Jim, Matt, and Molly. In Beaver Dam, you have Corey and Wally and the Dam Sports Show. And we're with you on 94.5 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee in 2 short minutes. Strofe, it's going to be all right, buddy.
I don't know, man.
Sure gonna go to the record store.
Southbound on 43.